Today, we're going to be praying about using our gifts. And you might think it's a little bit too early to use this word, but Christmas is on the horizon. And we know at Christmas, people give us gifts because they want us to use them. And if they're gifts that we like, we want to use them as well. Whether it be some new pajamas, some tools for DIY, or a voucher, we want to use the gifts that we've been given. And it's the same with us in God. 1 Corinthians 12, it tells us that God gives every single one of us gifts to be used in his body. And those gifts aren't simply given to the pulpit preacher, the worship leader, the senior leader in a church. No, God gives every single one of us gifts, and he wants us to use them, and we should want to use them as well. And as we move to our multiple gatherings, the door is going to open even wider for each of us to use our gifts. It may be that you have the gift of teaching, but pulpit preaching in front of 30, 40, 50, 60 people isn't the place for you to express your gift, but it's over food with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people. We're going to have the opportunity to be hospitable in a way that we've not been able to before, opening the doors of our homes, opening the doors of these smaller gatherings to bring people in, and those who've got the gift of hospitality to be able to exercise it in those places. And we're going to get to know each other a lot better on a more intimate basis. We're going to know the needs that there are in the body, in those who've got the gift of generosity and the gift of work and mercy works. You're going to be able to do that in a greater measure. And the list could go on and on. God wants us to be rubbing shoulders with one another. He wants us to be with one another, seeing each other grow, seeing each other being built up. God wants us to sharpen one another. And you'll know the verses in Proverbs that is, iron sharpens iron, so does one man sharpen another. A blunt knife, still a knife, but it's not as effective. It's not as useful. And again, back to Christmas, you'll see people as they're about to carve the turkey, rubbing the knives together to make sure that they're good and sharp, ready to cut through and be effective for the job that they're to do. So let us be excited to rub alongside one another, to be sharpening one another, using the gifts that God's given us. Let the focus of our prayer today be, Lord, empower us to use the gifts that you've given us, that we would be a blessing to our brothers and sisters, that we would see your body grow in maturity, and that we'd have a great impact on the world around us.